Hey, awesome people, I'm Elly, and this is AppChat, and I'm here with my friend Austin from Duncan33303 on YouTube. And we just got done a few hours ago watching the Apple event where they announced the iPhone 4S, not a 5. And I, as an Australian, got up just for the hell of it at 3 a.m. to watch the event. Good times. That was, yeah, very disappointing for me because I wanted it to be a 5. Just looking forward to the redesign. What about you, Austin? What are you disappointed?
So wanting the 5, man. I was like ready for the 5. I mean, it's not so much that the 4S is that big of a disappointment because it is mostly the same as the 5, but I was hoping for that teardrop design, my tears for the iPhone 5 not being here. The teardrop shape with as long with the bigger 4-inch screen. I get all these words.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe they didn't even make the screen larger. I thought that at least if they were going to keep the 4 design after they announced it, that it was going to have some kind of larger screen or something. But no.
Well, of course, there's an upside to all this, and that is we can start our iPhone 5 rumors that'll be out in the next couple of months. We can start them right now. I mean, we'll be ready for it.
We could.
It comes
in
out
fact,
next month.
We already have plenty of those. We saw our other collab.
We were right about that. We were right about that. If you guys caught our collab, we mentioned that how the iPhone 5 would have the post office edition where you could print out letters and mail them. They announced that they have a card application where for like $3 or $5 where you can Apple will print your greeting cards and send them. We were right.
Yeah, the most random announcement ever. Like, they delayed the announcement of this new iPhone for probably an hour. I couldn't believe that. When I looked up and they finally announced it, it was about 4:30 for me. I was like, the hell?
It was like they were going forever about, like, they just, like, repeated everything we knew for an hour. Like,
yeah, so they basically just talked about iOS 5 for ages. They announced the card application where you can get real-life cards and print them and send them and... Oh, I don't know. Yes, and then the bloody 4S. I mean, it looks good. So they upgraded it with better battery, which of course we expected. What else? Nothing.
Not nothing.
Yes. That's right. The A5 processor, which we were waiting for that anyway. Oh gosh. And of course they didn't put that in the new iPod Touch, which not new. They just gave us a white iPod Touch. Huzzah! Yay.
I guessed at that. I had a couple people I talked to, and I guessed at that like about a few weeks or a month or so ago. I was never hoping that was more wrong, but I unfortunately was right, and it's just this right here, except you spray paint it white, and I'll call it an iPod Touch 5, which I don't know.
It's just such a shame that they couldn't upgrade the iPod Touch because, I mean, what can you do to the bloody thing? It's practically an iPhone without the phone, so I guess, hey, a white one. Buy more, please.
And on top of that, it doesn't have Siri, which I think is kind of a big deal. That's like like they didn't announce Siri for the iPad 2 either, did they? And that kind of surprised me because the iPad 2, they were saying how it needs a dual-core processor, the extra power and all that kind of stuff. And there's two reasons for that, though. For one, the iPad 2 has the same processor, so it should have just as much power. And two, it requires a data connection. So I don't even think it's doing really all that much heavy lifting. It's on some Apple server somewhere that's really doing the work. So that's dodgy on a couple of different levels for me.
Yeah, I was just waiting while they were announcing all the new things, and when you see that they're going to bring out like Siri and stuff, they, of course, don't add it to the new iPod Touch because, I mean, otherwise, why the hell would you buy an iPhone 4S? I mean, the Siri thing with the voice recognition, if you guys have been following it, is amazing. Like, you can be like, hey, do I have a meeting on Friday? I'm just copying their example. A meeting on Friday at noon, and Siri says yes, no, and then, can you please book a meeting for me? And it'll happen. It was amazing, but, I mean... Besides Siri, the battery faster. Yeah. It's not a lot different, but the
battery's faster.
Yeah. So the battery is better. Whatever.
It disappears faster. That's a new Apple feature that
we'll
lots of phones have that feature. We'll see. Yeah. Well, that was my two big things with Siri. I think that is awesome. There's a couple of like how they're only putting on the 4Ss. I honestly believe that we'll see it on jailbroken phones, like. you know,
Oh, yeah.
in a week. Yeah, it'll be there like immediately. I don't think we'll have a problem with that. And two was the camera. The iPhone 4S camera is really awesome. 8 megapixels, backlit illumination, just better. That's what f2.4,
Yeah.
that's pretty good for a phone. So that is one thing with 1080p and everything. I'm really looking forward to the camera. That's probably my number one thing. Siri's probably number two. But
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they just put enough into the new 4S to make it, you want to buy it, like just get it across the line. Because otherwise, I mean, you can pretty much get away with sticking with the 4 and,
oh yeah,
you're sweet, you're up to date. But yeah,
I don't see a lot of
what's
people
with
upgrading.
Siri?
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at it, I'm going, okay, let's get the iPhone 4 for a few $100 cheaper.
Yeah.
But yeah, once Siri came out, I was like, whoa, yeah, that's gonna be a big thing. Like, yeah.
I honestly see the 4S. I think it'll do well. It's got an Apple logo on it. I mean, it's going to do well. But I think a lot of the people who have an iPhone 4, who may have, if there was an iPhone 5, may have paid the extra to upgrade since they were already on a contract. I think a lot of those people are not going to really get the 4S. I think a lot of people who are on a 3GS or who are waiting to get an iPhone who don't have one, especially if they wanted to get on Sprint, or I know there's a ton of people when Verizon iPhone came out was January or whatever, a lot of people were wanting to come over to it, but they knew that iPhone 5 was coming. And now that they know that there's nothing else coming, I think a lot of people, it will do well.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe it's just a bunch of us geeks and nerds just whining that it doesn't have a bigger screen, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's just, it was crazy with all the rumors, like so much almost evidence to say there's going to be a whole new phone. And I mean, hey, maybe they already, started working on the 5 and they just decide, nah, it's not going to happen. So we'll just make you wait. And, we got to use up all the old parts.
And in those cases we bought a couple of iPhone 5 cases, we both did. And what we're going to do with those, I don't know.
We found a cheap Chinese website selling some iPhone 5 cases about a few weeks ago, and we ordered some.
I trusted you on that one. I trust you on that one. You let me down.
I thought, this is it, legit, like iPhone 5's coming, and so now we're waiting for that. But that'll be interesting. We'll make a video. I mean, if we get them. So yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that's gonna be about it. So if you guys want to go check our channels out, of course, I am Austin, aka Duncan33303, and who are you again?
I am Elly, the Australian chick from AppChat. And definitely tell us what you guys think. We just wanted to discuss it and I guess let you guys join in on the conversation. You're going to get it. Are you disappointed? I'm kind of disappointed, but I mean, it still looks good. I think it's going to be a hit, of course. Apple has a massive following. But I mean, another year with just a 4S, will things like the Samsung Galaxy and stuff take over? Because, those phones are nice.
Nexus
exactly.
Prime, that's what I'm looking at.
So, we'll see.
All right,
guys. Yeah, you take it away, Austin. It's your man.
Just go subscribe to us. Remember, youtube.com/appchat, youtube.com/Duncan33303. Comment, and there's probably more stuff that we're telling them to do, but
you know what to do.
You know what to do. You guys are smart people. You know what to do. Catch you later.
All right. Hey guys. Bye.